how has developer outreach evolved in 2024?
Yeah, I think like outreach, it's always been there, right? Like, there's this like nomenclature or perception like developers hate to be spoken to, or they hate to get, directly communicated to, which I think is I'll give you more of a personal like outtake. Like you have to be very like if we're reaching out to somebody, like it definitely needs to be relevant, right? Like to what, and that's hard because like a lot of times you don't know if you look on both sides, like the people sending the outreach versus people like receiving it. The people sending the outreach usually don't have like detailed knowledge. Like they're praying and or spraying and praying that, oh, like we see somewhere that this company uses a packaged software. We'll email everybody we can find on LinkedIn. Hey, why don't you buy our professional services? Like I get that all the time. Like, hey, you're selling to the wrong person, right? Or you're reaching out to the wrong person. Like, I'm not, I don't have control over staff like choices like that. Like, I'm not, like I can't say I need to hire a contractor or like, hey, I'm not the decision maker for a lot of the tools. Sometimes I am, but like a lot of times I'm not the kind of decision maker for tooling and whatnot. And that's the same thing. Like, it's hard to kind of like if you're sending an outreach that's this is totally pointless. Like they're just gonna ignore it, right? And so but getting that level of detail, like what they're working on, is difficult because usually like they're not gonna. It's not public information what they're working on, and I think that's gotten better. Like it's outreach. There's in product and out of product outreach. Like if the more you can target people, like give them like a more consolidated and like this goes back to like product specific stuff. Like hey, like you might be if someone's already using your tool, you can indoctrinate them in the tool itself, right? So they have they don't know difference if they're being indoctrinated or not. And that's kind of the harmonization I see between like documentation, product, like it's really stuff I work on. We try to make this one of the products or the developer hub that I own look similar to the product, just because we want the experience to be seamless. But folks are getting opinion and are getting kind of our opinion of how things should be done because you're using our tool, right? Like if you're using a tool the company I work for. Is there so that's how I think outreach is changing. Like nothing has changed drastically. It's like praying is praying doesn't work. Need to be cognizant of what it's hard to figure out what developers are working on. So being cognizant of that, it's like selling to the right person. We all got this email. It's like, hey, like are you looking for a UX engineer? Or, hey, like, why do you replace your tool? And like an average engineer is like, hey, I'm a staff level engineer. I don't have a hiring decision. This is completely not an area. We're not a Salesforce augmentation shop. Like I don't know what Salesforce is. Well, I do, but hope that made some sense.